Hey Pisces, I hope you guys are doing great. I'm here to do a relationship reading for you. Last week I did one after not doing them for a long time, and folks seem to respond positively to them. So I'm going to do another one. May or may not resonate. These are general readings. Also, my sound has been really weird, so I have it up all the way, but in some readings I've had to do them like 2-3 times, and so it's taking a lot of time to get these readings out just because the sound is like completely off, which I don't know what's going on. So hopefully that doesn't happen here, but let's get into this. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment if you wish, and if you are seeking a personal reading, my information is in the description box below, Pisces. Show me energy for the sun, moon, rising Piscean people, and cross watchers are welcome, of course. Feel free to check the other readings for your other sign placements. Messages may be there as well. So show me energy for the sign of Pisces in this situation. Whoever's on their mind, whoever's in their life, out of their life, we're going to be addressing that person's feelings first. Show me their feelings for Pisces. The Nine of Swords kind of like peeked out. Show me their feelings for Pisces. It's the Nine of Swords. Okay. Okay. So you have a lot of you're on somebody's mind very heavily at this time, Pisces, but there's also a lot of like anxiety and worry and guilt. I'm hearing repentance. I'm not sure why repentance is coming through in here, but I'm hearing repentance. This person may have a lot of anxiety about whatever has gone on between the two of you. Show me their intentions for Pisces. What is this person's intentions? The Lovers. Show me their actions towards Pisces. For their actions towards you, you have the Four of Pentacles and the Empress. Their inactions towards you, Pisces. Pisces feelings. Show me Piscean's feelings for the situation of this person. So you have the Four of Cups and you have the Nine of Cups as well together. Show me the obstacle between the two of them. The Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles, and the potential outcome between the two of them. The Fool. At the moment, the bottom of the deck is the High Priestess, so there may be a lot of distance or silence between the two of you. I feel like this person has deep feelings about you, but they might be very buried here, or maybe that's what it seemed like in the past when you were dealing with this person, Pisces. They buried their feelings, they buried their emotions, they suppressed how they love you. That also may have come out in a physical way or like sexually restrictive way. This person may have also gave you little pieces of themselves and then like remove those pieces. It's like, who am I dealing with? Who am I with? Like, what is this confusion about me? And so it's very hard for us to be on the receiving end of that, Pisces, just because it can make you question yourself. Is it me? Am I the problem? This person's the one with the guilt. And we'll go ahead and clarify everything here, Pisces, but like for their actions to be coming up as the Four of Pentacles and the Empress, this is them seeing you as somebody that is highly important to them, who probably loved the hell out of them or nurtured the hell out of them. Very giving, very supportive, and also created a home potentially with this person. But like, they restrict themselves. They weren't able to connect in that way. And so it's like their power play was to pull back, but it's not a power play. It's a protection mechanism. For whatever reason, this person, it feels like they weren't able to express their true depth of feeling for you, Pisces. With your feelings, you have that Nine of Cups and the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups, and That's the frustrating part here, just because it's like, it feels like your energy was present in this until this person removed themselves, but it's like, because of that, you have to kind of just fall into alignment and fall into suit with what it is. You can't fight against somebody that's going to do that. But here with the Four of Cups and the Nine of Cups, it's like having to abandon your feelings, having to just kind of like come to terms with, it's not going to work. But you probably internalized it here. Like, be mindful to not internalize that, Pisces. Because this can lead to a lot of like stagnation in your life, or like feeling apathetic towards relationships, or kind of feeling like relationships are always just going to be shit, you know, like people just don't open up to me, people don't care about me, people don't trust me, people don't think kindly of me, like people just mistreat me here. It's interesting because like I'm looking at the corner and it feels like the floor is like, you know, when you're on acid, it feels like the floor is like doing this. It's like weaving in and out. It's like a weird optical illusion. It feels like illusion. Maybe this love felt like an illusion. So I'm looking at the floor. The floor is the foundation. The floor is what we stand upon. It should be stable. And here it's like, you know, so it's an illusion, or it felt illusory. Illusionary, illusory, I'm not sure. Real love is out there, Pisces. Real love is real, and I feel like you're very much attuned to feeling that, but I feel oftentimes you can recognize that on such a deep level, in such a deep way, that that can be terrifying for other people, just because they may not be prepared to express the way you do, or they may not be prepared to love in such an encompassing way. You may have been dealing with somebody who was very just like, they could only do so much in love, or maybe their history with love or relationships in general has not been a healthy one. So it's like they retreat and protect. The obstacle between the two of you is the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles, which indicates like change. It indicates opportunities for growth here on a spiritual level. Also with the Wheel of Fortune, oftentimes this card will show up with, you know, karmic relationships and connections. And please understand, like, they're all karmic. They're all for our benefit. Karma is not a bad thing. It is for our benefit. It is for our growth and perception and change in perception and like healing. It helps put us in different places that we need to be in. It helps us ascend through our feelings and our emotions and the acceptance of those feelings and emotions. And so it's like these kinds of relationships are destined to happen, but also too, you may be feeling like, I don't know if I can handle anymore. I don't know if I can accept any more people in my life, or I don't know if this is always just going to be the case. Like people, and it feels here, Pisces, I don't want to gas you up too much, but it feels here, Pisces are often a very elevated energy. Pisces have a lot of just awareness in areas that other people are not able to experience or even comprehend. I'm not trying to say you're an elite energy, but like, you know, Pisces is very much about dissolve. It's about mutability, dissolve. It's disintegration energy. And so like, it's kind of that plutonium. I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday about this kind of stuff. And it's like, it's that dissolve energy. And sometimes people can't handle that. It's too much. Because you see the ins and outs. You see the experience for what it is. You see beyond. And you can see within. And that's terrifying for some folks. So I feel here, Pisces, with the Two of Pentacles being here along with the Wheel of Fortune. If your energy has been to retreat and be with yourself, pay attention to that. You know, that's not a bad thing. It might not be the right place to live there forever, but if you need to be with yourself and kind of feel through your emotions and your energy right now, that's okay. You may have like a limit with that Two of Pentacles. It's like, don't add any more to my plate. I can't handle any more on my plate. I'm done right now. I don't need to adapt anymore. Just stop it, universe. It's like, hey, universe, can you simmer down with the lessons? Thanks. It's that kind of energy here. And so I feel when you move through that experience, you will be better equipped to be open to new things and more on your plate. But right now, it feels like you're in a period of healing and self assessment. And also, it's important to accept that the actions and challenges of others are not a direct outcome of us, or we are not at fault with that, which can be very difficult to accept because you'll internalize things. So go at your own pace. But then the potential outcome, the Fool, whether or not this is reconnecting with this person to create a new beginning here, the Fool shows up with freedom in your spirit. I am no longer shackled to the energy that has been plaguing me. I have the freedom to move within the life that I choose because you've been through this. And I feel like this Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles is like this energetic assessment, energetic integration. It's that strange, slow inertia that happens through internal growth. And whether or not this happens with this person, the Fool is here for you to embrace the newness, for you to embrace the experience moving forward, to claim your space in this world. Pisces is great out there. We're great in here, but oftentimes in this tangible, practical, real world, it can be difficult and daunting. And so here the Fool is saying, check in with yourself, be present for yourself, let's go. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify here for these, for this energy for Pisces. The floor is not moving anymore. Done a lot of drugs in my time. I'm not doing any drugs today, so I don't know what's up with that. All right, why is the Nine of Swords their feelings for Pisces? I feel like this person is very unhappy in their lives. You have the King of Cups, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person, and the Eight of Pentacles. This person is needing to work on their emotions at this time, Pisces, or at least that's what they're busy doing. I feel here that this experience, whatever it was for you to promote whatever growth and direction you're in, it did much of the same for this person, but I feel like this is a really big milestone in this person's growth and self-awareness. I feel that whatever has gone on between the two of you has created an energy for this person to realize that their level of emotional immaturity may have been at a very low place, you know, and so they may have just been kind of like operating from a very immature space here. But with the King of Pentacles, or with the King of Cups showing up here, it bears to grow. It wants to grow. It understands that growth is necessary, and so self-work, inner work, shadow work, whatever type of self-assessment work and growth that we can provide to ourselves for this person can provide for themselves, they will do it. Or at least that's the direction that this is kind of sparked them in, Pisces. But it doesn't stop their worry. It doesn't stop their emotional like remorse here. And they also may be working at a new job, or maybe they are working in their craft, or like perfecting something that only they do, you know, that may be something as well. But with the energy here, it's very clear to this person that emotional maturity is what is on the table. Like, grow up. Why are their intentions for Pisces, the Lovers? You know, the Seven of Wands coming out here, Pisces with the Queen of Cups. So we have the King and Queen of Cups here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. With this, so their intentions with you are the Lovers, but they also recognize you have your guard up, like big time, which is entirely fair, you know. And so for them to kind of penetrate that armor, it would require a lot of persistence in your direction, Pisces. A lot of effort to be made in your direction. And frankly, the way that they're looking right now, it feels like this person is very blocked. Even now, like, I'm yawning. It's like feeling this is like, or the blockage or the energy just is like tiring. It's very tiring. Maybe you feel tired by this, or the experience that you've had. I feel like they are as well. The thing about it is, though, if anything is to happen here, they need to fight for it. They need to make it happen. And with their actions towards you being the Four of Pentacles and the Empress, the Four of Pentacles is not an action energy. It is withholding. It is remaining stagnant. It is remaining how we are so that nothing can penetrate or escape. And sometimes people have to be in that place within themselves just because it's all they can take. Some people can only take so much, or they can process only so much at a certain amount of time. And so I feel for them to be seeing you as the Empress, there's a lot of growth that needs to happen here, but it's like not expressing here because they don't feel like they're an energetic match. Why is this energy here for their actions? Okay. Knight of Swords. So this is about communication. Usually it's like out of the blue communication coming in pretty quick. This may be a situation of seizing an opportunity, or like seeing that there's an opportunity to kind of speak again. It's very withdrawn though. Very, very withdrawn. If it does come through, it might be that this person may kind of, it's weird because it's like they may play it off as if they're doing okay. They're not doing okay. They're not doing okay. Why are Pisces feelings the Four of Cups and the Nine of Cups? You've had to give up on this, Pisces. Yep, there's the World. It came out with the Two of Cups. Yeah, the World and the Two of Cups. So it's like there's a... See, that's the frustrating part here. It's like that's the rub, Pisces. You have a person that you shared a deep emotional like connection with, a very deep bond of love. It's like this is a love energy, but this couldn't happen here. And you've had to like release this love. It's like the World and the Two of Cups is like, you know what? The cycle must end. This is an ending. But also too, in regard to the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles as the obstacle between you, I spoke about growth and growth through karmic connections and emotional growth. The World here coming up with the Two of Cups, this is also an indication for me that the way that you love, Pisces, is heightened. I feel of a lot of things, Pisces, you know, we need to learn in a lot of areas in our life, but oftentimes when it comes to love, Pisces know a lot more than a lot of other people do, or at least their emotions are deep enough to understand certain aspects of love or love. And so what this is telling me here, Pisces, is that please understand that the way that you love is not flawed. The way that you love is not a problem. You are not a problem. If anything, this should solidify that the type of love that you give is grand and generous and very expressive and important. And that type of love can be very scary for a lot of people. It doesn't have to mean that they're an avoidant or, you know, anxious attachments or avoidant attachments or whatever. It's just confronting energy, you know. I was listening, let me see if I can find it here really quick. I was listening to this thing earlier on YouTube, and maybe it'll be in my like past selections here. Yep. So the channel is called The Psyche, Psyche, The Psyche, and the hang on, It's called Why Good People Are Fools. I don't know if I can show that. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I don't know if I'll get flagged for that, but good people are fools. This is really interesting just because it highlights a lot of what it feels may have gone on here with, like, people sometimes don't know how to process goodness. People sometimes don't know how to accept authentic, genuine kindness or intention. They tear it down because it's not what they're used to. It's not what they know. And so it can be very challenging being an authentic human being. And I know a lot of Piscean people. I am also a Pisces, where we are very authentic people when we're in that way. You know, not, some of us are pieces of shit, but that's for everybody. But overall, though, with a lot of Piscean people I know, there's such a depth of compassion and kindness and awareness within us that, like, we go through life like being treated like shit because people just can't accept the energy that we give. Or like when you show up with authenticity, people will take advantage of it. Go watch that video. It was quite interesting. I found a lot of benefit from that. But it feels here that it's not about molding yourself and reshaping yourself to fit what society wants or what, you know, they can process and handle. It's to remain steadfast in the energy that you provide and who you are and how you show up over and over and over again, because that is the mark of a warrior. That is a mark of somebody who knows themselves. And when you show up that way, the universe says, you're not budging. You know who you are. Let's send energies that also complement that. Let's send energies that are going to be in alignment with that. So for some of you, this was an energy of aligning yourself with, like, who you are, aligning yourself with, you know, your compassion, your belief in love, you know. So with this energy, don't give up on love. Don't give up on yourself. Stay strong within how you feel about love, because the way that I'm being shown here, your love is genuine and your love is worth exploring in yourself and in your life. And when you have this type of clarity made available to you, and this only comes through growth, this only comes through the challenges, the universe can match it. You know, we will match your energy. So don't doubt yourself. Don't feel bad. But, like, you know, don't live in the pain. The obstacle between the two of them. Why do we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles here? Six of Cups. Six of Cups and the Star. So kind of back to this deep energetic bond that you may have been feeling with this person. Like a lot of soul mate energies, karmic energies, life partner energies, whatever it is, the soul resonates with those who we have contacts with. They come into our lives for our evolution and growth here. And this is a very big reminder of that with the Six of Cups and the Star, right? This is that spirit energy meeting each other again, but also to do the work. With the Star showing up, this is a very specific energy for us to ascend into the direction and path that we're supposed to be on. The Star highlights our growth. The Star highlights the direction and purpose that we have in this world. It says, you will shine, and I will shine upon you. But it's time that you step into that role. It's time that you walk this path. And so, you know, the energy is to not fixate on love or loss or rejection or whatever. The energy is to be solid within how you feel about yourself, about love. This is about getting clear. This isn't woe is me. This is, I am a warrior of life and I am a warrior of love and I am present within this experience and I gather information. I am not inundated, daunted. I'm not a problem. Unless you're a problem, fix it. But these types of connections come in to better fine-tune us here. And with this Six of Cups and the Star, it's saying you have room to express yourself here. I feel also with the star as well, Pisces, this is going to be putting you, unrelated to this connection, you are likely going to be stepping on a path that is more so inclined for your benefit in the practical world, in a financial sense, creating more here. So this could be through your creativity, your presence, what you do, your set of traits and skills that you kind of amplify here. Things are going to become amplified here, Pisces. Even with this at the 10, you have the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So it's like slowly things will start to trickle into your life that are supposed to be here. You're supposed to work on them. They will build and build and build your experience here as a human being, because even though the Wheel of Fortune is here with this, it's for your benefit. It's going to offer you different things for you to continue onto this path of growth and expression and expansion. And it's good expansion here. Show me the Fool. Why is the Fool here? Judgment. Okay. I mean, yeah. Bottom of the deck, the Four of Swords. So with this energy, Pisces, if we're talking about this person, there may be a new beginning coming up here at some point. But again, you will deal with that in the way that is necessary. I can tell you, though, you will know how far along you are in the game by the reaction or the internal reaction that you may have to this. You know, it's being less affected by something. It's not taking offense to something. It's not being angry or like holding a grudge, or, you know, it's like, oh yeah, I've come through this shit. My God, I've had everything on me and my energy is like clearing up. And I'm not subject to or engulfed by like panic feelings or feelings of like, this person, blah, blah. It's like when you can have peace and neutrality, because that's the energy that you're at of growth, that's the place of power. When you're reactionary and, oh, I'm so angry at them and this and that, rise above it. Rise above it. Like, you must rise above it. That is literally your job here, Pisces. You are here to disintegrate, but also disintegrate attachments. Your attachments to things. I'm not talking about attachment theory or like the attachment styles. I'm talking about the attachment to pain, the attachment to expectation. Be careful about that. Because you can keep yourself stuck. And with the star here, the Wheel of Fortune, the World, Judgment, you're here to shine. Empress, you're here to shine, baby. You're here to shine. So let's go ahead and get an oracle here for you. And we'll close this reading out. You got two cards. You got All That Glitters and you got Here and Now. So all that glitters pertaining to this person, all that glitters is literally seeing somebody for where they're at. I'm going to say this because you're a goddamn Pisces. It's about seeing somebody where they're at. It's not assuming that that is the person. You can see beyond the person, the physical embodiment. You can see into the soul. That is why this person is in your experience, to heighten your soul, to bring light to your soul, for your souls to ignite and bring light to situations regarding your purpose and your expansion here as individuals and together. But that doesn't mean that we grow at the same times. It doesn't mean that we both have the same intentions in these human forms. It's very important for us to look at the human in front of us, but also see the soul within them, see the connection of the divine within them. When you're able to do that, Pisces, you dispel this information of what is in front of you. You release the attachments of like what these physical sacks of flesh are. You're here to do business with a soul. These are soulmates. These are the soulmate energy that we're talking about here. But you also are mindful that all that glitters, what is in front of you, you know, there's certain levels of acceptance that, you know, maybe they're not on the same page with us. Maybe we can see the flaws easier. You know, you be mindful of that and also protect yourself in certain ways as well. Just because you can see the depths of the soul and the human being within it, like, doesn't mean that that person is completely healed, or like you were completely healed. Like, this is an energy of realism. And also sometimes people act out of fear or act painful, or they repeat cycles. So depending upon what level of growth you're at, emotionally, spiritually, whatever, is yours. You do that. You do what is in alignment with that, Pisces. You cannot require or expect somebody to ascend at your level and also to embody the level of growth that you experience here, because that is uniquely yours. So with all that glitters, it says, be mindful, know the limitations, but remember the spirit within. That's what's important here. Whatever this human being does along the way is their choice, and it may not align with you in the future. But if you know that, you're less bothered by it, because you relinquish the idea of control. Like, there's no control here. And your other card is here and now. So it's like literally being in the here and now. It's being present with what is. And that can be very hard for Pisces, because it's like, well, we can imagine what it might be like, or what if I love them a little bit more, or like, what if I changed myself and like molded into this and became this and this and this for this person. No, this is about you, because then you become all that glitters isn't gold, right? Because then you are showing up in a certain level of inauthenticity. This is about your authenticity. It's about looking at others within the authenticity that they offer and where they're coming from. And if you know that there's only so much you can do with a person, or you can have them in your life, but only to a certain capacity and degree, and you can trust that, then so be it. We're not trying to make them more. We're trying to see them for where they're at and meet them for where they're at. That's being present in the here and now. So I'm going to let this go. I feel that there's a lot of success with this as well, in your own right, in your own direction, Pisces, but also if you are to come together with this person, success is not measured by, oh, we got married, oh, we got a house together. Sure, that's a level of like material success in this realm, but like the success of not being, spiritually indebted to the feelings, the emotions. Success is growth. Success is healing. Success is being able to become aware in a different way so that you're not bothered. Don't be bothered, Do enough work with yourself where you're no longer bothered. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. You guys have been getting like esoteric readings lately, so maybe there's a trend, I don't know, but hopefully it's helpful. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment if you wish, and I'm sure this can be applied to any human being in your life. It does not just have to be related to a love relationship. So yeah, take care, Pisces. Bye.